Mobility technologically. We all know about mobility and how it's important, right? I was reading a book about factfulness, but it's talking about, how in poor places, people aren't so mobile, right? It takes them a long time to do stuff like get water. Their kids have to walk half a mile with their one bucket, get dirty water and walk it back. So they don't have time to do schooling and stuff like that. And I was thinking in terms of, they say communist countries or authoritarian governments, they control people by the restricting their mobility. You can't go from one city to another without getting a permit. But I think the thing for me that's really interesting is technological mobility. So today we went to get our baby's passport applied for. You have to do it in person. And I think that I found interesting is, a few weeks ago, I was at a library and somebody had come in and asked, hey, can I apply? And they're like, oh, I'm sorry, all the slots are taken today. And the person was really upset, and not upset, but sad, shall we say. And they really want to get done, and they didn't have any appointments, just first come, first serve, but you have to line up that morning, basically a virtual queue. And so it's interesting because I was like, oh, I didn't realize. I thought you just go to the post office, but apparently you need an appointment, and they don't have appointments for a few weeks out. So I went to the U.S. State website, which has a lot of listings of different places near you, and most of them are post offices. Some of them are like cities, bigger cities may have services. And then I looked and saw the county. And the county has services, and it says walk-ins only until 4 p.m., meaning they take walk-ins, whereas everybody else is appointment only. So I just drove to the county and did that. And there was literally nobody in line. It was really fast. It was just the lady was chatting with her colleague, I guess. So after that was done in 5-10 minutes, then she took care of us and done. They even validate if you parked in the building. But the thing is, I have a car. Maybe the person in the library before didn't have a vehicle, couldn't get around very easily. It's a big deal. But it's also technological mobility. That you know of other resources how to do this stuff, right? You say things are there online, but really how easy is to see, right? For example, I could tell you, because I know now, that there are passport accepting places not listed on the U.S. State Department's search engine. What do you say to that? They don't exist? Well, they obviously exist. It's just the search engine is not exhaustive. But if you know how to search, for example, Buena Park Library has it, but it's not listed. Why not? I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things that I was thinking of, in the past we think of transportation as a big deal, right? That's why we say older people need to have a license still, even though they're dangerous. Because it's just too much to tell them not to drive, because you kill their life, their independence, such a big deal. But the thing is, in terms of technological mobility, how do you help people who don't know how to search, who don't know how to figure out how to do stuff online, right? I mean, just a simple case. One of the libraries, if you use their mobile website, it doesn't tell you anything. I can't see whether my hold's been approved or not. I have to click on desktop view for it to show me. Isn't that weird? It's just designed differently, poorly, shall we say. But what is the equivalent of technological mobility? What are ways of transportation provided for people who don't know how to drive technologically? I don't think there are any. Just today's version of immobility technologically.